What is going on, REISift family? I am streaming from the wonderful StreamYard, fantastic product, to our REISift Mastermind community, as well as our YouTube channel. So I guess it's not just the REISift community, but also it is the interwebs. Okay. And the discussion I want to talk about today is really understanding how to interact as a business owner, okay? And I forget what I exactly titled this, but it's understanding how to interact as a business owner, but also how to interact as a customer, more importantly. You see, as a business owner, we get to interact in some different ways, right? Because we own the business, right? Because we own the business, we get to act in such ways that define the culture of which we are as a company. Okay. So what that means is if I wanted to have the culture of my company be to where I tell a user here at REISIF, like, hey, you're fired. You're no longer allowed to be a customer of ours. We don't want you. You do not embody the culture of which we're trying to build as a company with our users. Um, Hey, what's up? What's up, brother? What up, Tyler? REISIF is still here. We'll just put it right here. Will always be the most important tool in the real estate investing. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. Um, okay, and so I have the ability to do that. Just like as a customer, you have the ability to say, hey, a product or a business does not fit what I relate with, right? The product can be great, product could be fantastic, but maybe the culture is not there. The trainings don't fit my vibe, whatever the case is, okay? Like, for example, at REISIF, we have a really transparent vibe, which you guys are about to find out. Right, really transparent. Everything we do as a business is really important to me as a founder and CEO of REISift, that we present in such a way where everybody understands the expectation of what they're going to get when they either message our support, message me directly. Right, someone messaged me directly last night and asked about REISift. I'm like, well, we have our website, our trainings, and everything else, but you chose to go directly to me. And I'm back. Hopefully, you guys can hear me. My internet in the office building loves to do this thing where it resets only when I need it. Only when I need it, it resets. So hopefully, you guys can let me know in the chat if you guys can see and hear me. Um, what I was saying is that REISift is a very transparent company. Like we want you to know that anything that we do, any interaction that we make, is openly available for you to see, right? And so anytime that we have an interaction with a customer, that I hear it from my team, and I'm like, you know what, that's a really good thing for us to educate our customers on. I want to do that. I want to talk about it. I want to break it down. I want you guys to understand. Hey Mason, can you verify I'm in the Facebook group real quick, live? I want you guys to understand that you're all business owners, right? Every single one of you, anybody who's using our product is a business owner, or they're a business that's looking to scale their company. And so you have to come into the things that you do interacting as a customer first, but you're still a business owner. So your level of thought in your decision making and the things that you do is that of such. If I, as a business owner, go somewhere and I make a decision in interacting with another company as a customer of another company, okay? Let's say it's a customer service provider, or it's a QuickBooks or something like that. I am interacting as a customer. And when I interact as a customer, I'm interacting in such a way that I understand that the person I'm talking to on the other side is not necessarily the definition of the company. Like, what do I mean by that? So what I mean by that is the person that I'm talking to, be it a customer, support person or whatever, right? I'm treating them with respect first and foremost, because I'm asking them about something I need as a customer. So I'm going to listen and I'm going to respect them. I'm not going to treat them in such a way where it's going to make it to where I just had the ability. Maybe they had a way to help me, but now because I'm being a jackwagon, right? Now I lost that because they don't need to help me at a high level, but they could go beyond if they would like to. They could potentially bend the rules a little bit and step up and help me because I was really respectful and I presented myself in such a way where I presented myself as a business owner, a higher level of understanding. I'm supposed to be better because I'm a business owner, right? And instead I act in such a way that makes it to where you don't get what you want, because what you want might not necessarily be in our terms and conditions, right? Okay. So interacting as a business owner is really important. Understanding that when you're interacting with products, it is you representing your company and how you operate. Like I said, us at REISift, we operate with total transparency. Our users know that when you're dealing with us, you're not dealing with like some random, customer support person that's not ingrained in company culture. Like they understand that they are also going to treat you in such a way that you're a business owner. Okay, because that's the culture we've built here at REISift, is that full transparency in the community. You're going to hear what you want, what you don't want to hear. Okay, if you're not making the decision that you should be making in your business, and you ask for help when everybody else has already, done what they needed to do to get where they need to go, and you're just trying to ride on on their shoulders, like, they're going to tell you, like, hey, go figure it out. Stop asking questions and start doing something with yourself, right? It's a community of culture that is transparent, that tells you what you want to do, what you don't want to hear, because they actually care about your growth, because they actually care about you succeeding. It's not just fluffing you up. Okay. Does that stunt our growth? Yeah, possibly. It might stunt our growth a little bit because, we don't just let, people get by with stupid things, right? That any business owner, any human being that's looking to make it in business should understand or do. Like messaging the CEO and founder of a product instead of messaging the support, asking questions. Why the hell would you do that? Why do you think you're so fucking special? Why do you think that you deserve one-on-one attention with someone who's way busier than you are, when they have paid people to do that for them so that they can focus on growing their business? They didn't get where they're at because they just spent time answering questions all day, right? It's a respect thing. It's an understanding thing, right? And so it's the ability to look and learn and operate and think critically. For example, last week and this morning, our team had Q1 meeting, right? A Q1 meeting. It even says on intercom chat. I'm going to share my screen for you guys real quick. I'm going to share. It says on the intercom chat right in front of you, the REISift team and I are in a Q1 meeting until 12 p.m. Central Standard Time on 1/18. Response times will be delayed. Thank you for your patience. Okay. Last week, for the whole day, the intercom chat said this, and it was actually said we weren't going to be there all day. Okay. So what did we still have, though? Even though the message is right in front of you, we still had a ton of people message in and message and message and message saying, are you going to respond yet? Are you going to respond yet? Are you going to respond yet? Nothing in your business is that important. That nothing's going to break in the 8 hours that another company is having a meeting. It's not going to happen. If you don't have something else you could be doing that's income producing in your business as a real estate investor, then I promise you something is wrong. Okay. But yet people kept messaging. And so when I see this, it just blows my mind on how some of you even make any money, to be honest. Like, how do you make money in your business if you have enough time to sit and wait on an intercom chat, messaging back and forth when no one's responding to you, when there's a clear as day message right in front of you with an explanation point saying that, hey, people are not here. What do you expect? Fairies to come out and just respond back to you? Yeah, I'm out of my meeting just for you. Just for you, messaging. The quarterly planning meeting. These meetings are for the product. These meetings are to serve you guys better, but you guys continue to message in here, which I love, right? But again, this is me being transparent with you and showing you the things that we deal with as a company so you guys can learn from it, because you guys experience the same things. In my real estate company, we experience the same things. Although we would love, right, as a real estate company, if a seller kept texting us like, hey, are you going to buy my house yet? Are you going to buy my house yet? Are you going to buy my house yet? But instead, it's us messaging the sellers like, hey, what's going on? Are you wanting to sell yet? There's a certain point where the repetitiveness makes us look bad as business owners, is what I'm getting at. Okay, because it shows us a lack of understanding in being a customer or being a business owner, one or the other. Okay. Especially as customers, we think that we're obligated and owed a certain amount of attention, especially if we're paying the least amount for our product. Typically, we, for whatever reason, expect to get the most amount of service, right? And so, so just something there that I needed to annotate. And with that being said, specifically, what I wanted to cover in this was a specific conversation. Okay, I'm going to read this. I'm going to read this conversation to you guys. And the reason I'm going to read this conversation to you guys so that I can explain not only how at REISift we treat these matters, right? That way in the future, we can share this video. But more importantly, because again, transparency, right? We're really big on reviews. We're really big on getting the most out of our customers, right? The most what do you call it? Good conversations, right? We're really big in making sure that our customers are as happy as possible. And I think we've done that really, really well over the last couple years, especially it shows in the way that our customers communicate with us, right? When you're communicating with REIs, if you don't feel like you're interacting with a business, you feel like you're interacting with a partner, right? And I think that that's true. Anyone who's watching and you're an REISift user, you can let me know if that's true or not. If you're interacting with REISift, does it feel like a business or do you feel like you're interacting with your partner? Does it feel like you're interacting with somebody in a company that actually cares about your success? What I can tell you is that we care more about your success potentially than you do, because your success drives on our success. And that's really important, right? Which is why we're so transparent, why we're so honest, unlike nearly every other company out there. There's very few that would interact with you. They just ignore you. They just wouldn't do anything. So anyway, we had a customer. His first name's Nicholas. And, they message in. And this was during our team meeting, right? They messaged in during our team meeting 5 days ago. Okay. It was on our last team meeting. Mind you, it says that our team is in a meeting. We are not going to respond today. So he said that he needed to upgrade his account. Okay. Needed to upgrade his account. Hey, I need to upgrade my account, but I see I was already charged for the Essentials plan. What happens now? So they're again remind you our lowest paying customer. Okay, Essentials plan. Is there a phone number I can call? My credit card won't increase my limit, even though I'm overqualified. Can I send you guys a wire? So again, think of the words here. I want to increase my limit, so I want to spend money with you, but I can't because my credit card won't increase my limit. So they've already spent credit card limits are typically 5,000 daily. No, there is no spending limit. If your credit card should be way above, I don't know. I wouldn't be buying anything if you have a max out limit, number one. And if you're qualified, you're going to end up getting the space. I mean, my credit cards are very qualified. I mean, I could buy a house with my credit card. So I don't know what credit cards you got, but maybe that's something else as a looks clean, dude. The camera looks nice. But too bad my freaking do a salad with rice on the side. Okay, I think I'm back, dude. It should be coming back in a second. Okay, my internet reset again. That is like, if as a business owner, uh, speaking on the way you're respectful to other companies, um, this whole my internet cutting on and off. Um, I tell you what, it makes me want to lose my mind with my cable company because they've came out here so many times to fix it. There's a certain point where I think you can become a little disgruntled as a customer, right? For sure. But man, it's one thing when it happens like over and over and over. Appreciate that. Witness this. Okay, so let me continue reading through this. Okay, I want you guys to think, and I want you guys to put yourself in the shoes of us, and I want you guys to put yourself in the shoes of a customer. Okay. And the reason why I'm going to break down this situation, because it's really important as you guys, as business owners, as companies that are interacting with other companies, how you need to treat the way that you think. Like what you're going to expect is the result. Okay. So the person messaged us, said they need the upgrade. Is there a phone number I can call? Again, there's just this them messaging when it said that we're not going to be here, especially for yesterday as well because of Martin Luther King Day. My credit card won't increase my limit. Is there a number I can call to get direct access to an agent for my question? You're a $49 plan. Our business plans say that you have uh, direct support, but why would you call when, you're not going to be able to call? It literally has a message that pops up that says that we're not here. No, you can't call anybody. If we had an open phone number, you realize how much money we would lose as a company? We would go bankrupt because of the fact that every one of our essential users who come into a product and they don't want to pay for premium support, they and I love each and every one of you. Don't get me wrong. I'm appreciative of every single one of our users. I want you guys to understand why and the business logic behind these things, okay? How companies think about this. No different than as a sales company. If you have, as a real estate investor, right? If you have let's say it's a $5,000 property and the person wants $4,000. Are you going to spend a lot of energy on something that you know you can't make money from? No, you're not. You're going to go find the person where you can make revenue from. Okay. And that's the no different. We operate as a business with the same principles as all business principles. But for whatever reason, business owners can't even think about that. It's not like you guys aren't supposed to be educated business people. Okay. It's not like you're just some other person that has an iPhone, that bought an app for playing Candy Crush. Okay. You're not the atypical customer. We're business to business. Okay. You're supposed to be able to think with that in mind, with being a business owner. All right. And then they said almost been an hour, and it says the team will be back in 30 minutes. It doesn't say the team will be back in 30 minutes. It says on average, the response time is 30 minutes, which is Kylie coming in and out of conversations, trying to help people while we're in the middle of a Q1 and annual planning meeting. Okay. So then he messages again. So after an hour, all these messages were within 1 hour. Hey, sending memes. You there? Sending meme. 1 hour later, sending a meme. Again, I'm just going to keep. After 1 hour, okay, they went from wanting to wire money, which cost $20. So they want to upgrade their plan. They want to wire money, which costs $25 to $30 to be able to do that. Instead of using a card that has money on it, it's only 500 fucking bucks, for God's sake. $500, right? And you're a business owner in real estate, one of the most profit building businesses in the fucking world, right? Not to mock anybody who can't afford $500 right now, but again, it's the principle as a business owner. What are we thinking right now? What's going through our minds? How are we interacting as a customer? Already, this tells me, okay, yeah, lucrative, one of the most lucrative businesses. This tells me that this customer is ready to get fired. It's a customer that we would fire. As a customer, as a business owner, we would fire this customer. No different than in my real estate company. If somebody's trying to be shaky with a deal or anything like that, I'm not buying their house, right? Because at a certain point, as a business owner, you have to decide where's your energy best spent on what type of customer. It's not the $49 customer that messages 17 times within 1 hour, right? Because they're not getting an answer back on a certain day. When typically we have an under 5-minute response time and under a 2-hour resolution time, which includes customer feedback from the resolution. From the time that you message to the time that the tickets closes within 2 hours, within 5 minutes of an actual response, except for on days where, hey, we're in the middle of stuff as a company ourselves. Okay. And then Kylie responds back that same day and says, "Hi, Nicholas. Our REISift quarterly meeting was today, which caused delays in response times. When you upgrade, a credit for the remaining time on the previous plan will be applied to the plan you upgraded. 2, I'm showing that you upgraded to the professional plan." So keep in mind, they're on the essentials plan. So they upgraded to the professional plan between the time that they started communicating with us and the time that this has happened. Within that 1 hour, this individual upgraded to the business or the professional plan, from the essentials to the professional. So they've already upgraded. Okay. Then they changed it back to the essentials plan. So when you upgrade to a plan, especially when it's on an annual plan, it charges you for the annual and it prorates it like anything else. You go from essentials, and this is where the REISift, you guys understanding how this works so that you guys don't make this mistake. If you're on the essentials annual plan, which is like $470, and you upgrade to the professional annual plan, which is like $970, that's a difference of $500, right? So you're going to get charged $500 right then and there for the difference in the time from the time that you started. And if it's been like 2 months, then it'll be a little less. And that's how proration works. Okay. So when it prorates it, it's going to charge you the difference. If you downgrade tomorrow, what's going to happen? You're already charged $500 and now you're downgrading. Well, you're SOL. You upgraded, spent the money, and then you downgraded. What's going to happen is there's going to be another credit for the difference of whatever that is. Let's say it's if you did it immediately back to back, it's $500. Your account now is going to have a $500 credit on it because you downgraded. We're not going to give you that money back, but it's still your money. It's a credit to your account. So after a year comes by and your essentials plan upgrades again, it's going to use that credit on your account to just extend it again. This is how payment processing systems work. Okay. And annual plans have 0 refunds on them. It says so in our terms and conditions. The reason why is because people would upgrade as their trial plan, and then they would try and cancel 2 days later. So they try to get the discount, and then they try to get a refund, right? Because people are shady. Sadly, in this business, people are still shady, even though we're supposed to be a community. Okay. And it says, yes, I'm going to stay with the essentials now. Please cancel my professional one. I see it's pending on my card. We don't cancel it. It says on our website, there's no trials on annual. This is why you're getting a plan. It says, good morning. We don't actually charge users accounts for them. You can do up or down back to essentials anytime you wish. If you go up to the plan size, and that's where she explained the credit to the account thing. Okay. So she responded to him, and then he didn't respond for 5 days. Okay. This user did not respond for 5 days. We did not message them 15 times. But they responded back and said, my credit card was charged for the upgrade. I told you I did not want to upgrade and wanted a refund. You already upgraded. It was already charged. At that point, that's that. You don't get a refund on annual plans. You got a credit on your account. That's the best we can do. You know, it resetting. Oh, am I back? I was about to lose my mind. Like my internet was. I'm gonna break everyone's internet. So the point being is that we lose money when we refund. Anybody would, right? So we put it as a credit on your account automatically, and it's there. You're not losing the money. You have the credit. Okay. Now, can I have a customer service number? No, you can't. You're a freaking essentials plan. You're not going to have a customer service number for us to resolve this for you. You have your messaging back and forth with somebody on a chat. The biggest company, PayPal, for goodness sake, messages back and forth. They actually make you submit an email, and you got to wait for email. They only go through email most of the time. Some of the biggest companies in the world only use messenger chat, especially for their lowest plans. Totally normal. Good morning, Lucas. This was this morning, 3 hours ago. Good morning, Lucas. When you upgraded on 113, you were charged for the professional annual. When you changed the essentials annual plan, a credit was applied to your account. This credit will be applied for future invoices. Professionals. Notice how Kylie is being professional right now. She's not saying anything mean. She's not doing anything wrong. She's clear and she's concise. She's doing perfectly fine. And this customer said, no, I don't want that. I want it back on my card. I told you to cancel that as soon as I did that. It already happened. You can't cancel it. Your bank is the one pending it. We already took the money. Your bank takes it, gives it to us, and then it shows pending. And if your bank ends up negative bouncing it, then that's where you go overdraft. That's how banks work. Okay. We do not cancel or upgrade subscriptions. The charge is initiated once you upgrade. Subscriptions are non-refundable. The credit will remain on your account and be applied to future subscriptions. It's in our terms and conditions. That's how it works. If you couldn't afford it, you should not have done annual plans. Right? Nicholas, if and anybody else, if you can't afford annual, don't do annual, do monthly. Why would you do annual if you can't afford it? Okay, because you're costing the company money if you do that. It doesn't make any sense. So he said, what the fuck? No. How are you going to force me like that? We're not forcing you. You clicked the button. We didn't force anything. You still have the money. It's a credit on your account. Because by you saying, no, I want the money back on my account, you're saying that you don't want to be a user in a year from now. And that's one of the reasons why it happens like that. All software companies interact like this. I already bought a year. I do not want a credit. I want it back on my card in all caps. What the fuck shit is that? That's robbery. No, it's not. You confirmed it. You clicked confirm. You bought it. You bought it and you switched it back. That's a charge happening. You said you wanted it. You even said you wanted to wire the money because your card wouldn't let you have enough money. This is ridiculous. What company does that? A lot of companies, nearly all companies. I want a refund back on my card now. All caps. You're not going to force me to do something I do not want to do. All lowercase that time. Kylie responded back again, we do not charge customers for them. You are charged at the time of purchase. Subscriptions are non-refundable and are stated as such. Capital no. I want my money back on my card. You are not going to force me to do something I do not want to do. Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. I do not want it. I switched it back and told you to cancel that. It's an annual plan. It upgrades at that very moment. Trying to force me something like that. We do not cancel or change accounts. You charged when you chose to upgrade. We are in a meeting until 11 Central Standard Time. I will discuss your situation with Christina, our business operations specialist, once the meeting is over. I'm calling my credit card company now. What a racket you are running. Best believe I'll be sharing my experience with everybody. I'm sharing it for you, Nicholas Wu, because that's how we operate. Okay? This experience that you're experiencing right now is a byproduct of your actions as a business owner making a decision. My decisions as a business owner is to use the law, our terms and conditions, in a legally way that we operate our business, and you, as being a business owner, to make decisions that are smart based off of your ability to perform. Okay? If you did not act in such a way, an escalation would happen. Okay? If you did not act in such a way, an escalation would happen. Kylie would speak to business operations specialist. The business operations specialist would analyze the situation, and if they deem okay, they would make a decision based off of the leadership's decisions on whether to help you or not help you, give you another option, or it would escalate to me. Okay, like it's done because of the actions that you did have. Because the actions you did have, it did escalate to me, but it escalated in a different kind of way. You see, what could have been offered to you, Nicholas, and anybody else in these kind of situations, is potentially to refund you that money. Okay, once it hits our account, refund you that money minus the cost of us to refund you the money. Because you made that decision there and there, instead of thinking like a business owner if you wanted to do it. And why? Because you made that decision. It would cost me $25 to refund you. You're only a $49 plan. That means I lose half of the revenue from you next month because you made a decision, right? And you probably, because $49 user plans typically don't last 2 months, 3 months, maybe. Okay. We have some really long essential plans, but most of them are maybe 90 days. Okay. Because they're not spending money. So I might make $150 from you. And I've already been on here for how long now? You've already cost me. I'm already really negative on you because my actions and things I should be doing as CEO is not doing this, but it's important to me. And I sacrifice that revenue in order to make these kinds of things clear because I think it's really important as a company. Okay. Trying to force someone. We didn't force you to do anything. We do not cancel. I'm going to call my bank. Best believe I'll be sharing my experience. Again, I'm sharing your experience for you. Now, my business operations specialist stepped in because of the fact that, you decided that you wanted to try and do threatening things. Like, I'm going to call my bank. I'm going to get a refund. Okay. The other reason why we don't refund users, by the way, unless we have to, if we can't resolve it in any other way, which every business does, is because when you have to do a refund through a Stripe or through any other payment portal, banks see refunds. And when banks see too many refunds in a given month, they penalize you, right? So if you try to charge someone's card who wants to keep their account, they'll not let it happen, right? And so it makes it really difficult. Refunds are bad for companies. When you have a lot of transactions happening, you can get flagged. If I do too many refunds in a given month, which thankfully we don't have to do, but if I do that, Stripe could cancel my account. Stripe, as my primary payment provider, could cancel it, and I would not be able to take any transactions to do anything with any customer until I found another payment provider. And there's no way around it. It is hell for businesses because of all the bank stipulations and all that other stuff, right? So we don't let it happen. A lot of companies don't even give you the options to cancel your account inside of the product. They make you call support and go through a bunch of headache. We don't do that. Okay? We don't do that to you guys. So Nicholas said, allow me to jump in, or Christina said, allow me to jump in here. Can you explain why you want a refund for an account upgrade that you processed on your own? That is precisely why we don't change user accounts for them so you are in control of your finances and account. Then she said, we don't have a refund policy because users are in control of their spending and account status. If you upgrade, you are charged a prorated amount based upon the day you upgraded. If you downgrade, you have a credit on the account that will apply to future billing. Makes sense, right? Makes logical sense. And please, let's keep it professional and not threaten our customer success team. What you guys have to understand is that when people get like this in my chat against people that I care, okay, I think I'm back. Am I back? Dude, what is up with that? 3 times within 45 minutes? Not even? It is crazy. Okay, I think I'm back. What'd you say? I'm good? All right. So the point being, um, is that I care about each and every one of our user success more than I feel like I'm so passionate about it. I feel like it's more than any other company that I work for. Thank you so much. Any other company that I ever work for or that I've ever been a customer for has never, ever, ever cared about. There's only one company that I pay money to that I think cares about my success more than I do. Right. And that's one of my coaches. Okay. And no other company cares about the level of success that I care about with our users more than we do here at REISift. Okay. And so when we have situations where somebody comes in and they want to act like they want to do things like, oh, I'm going to share my experience with you guys. Go give us a 1-star review on Trustpilot if you'd like. Give us a 2-star review. I welcome you to give us reviews. State your experience. This YouTube video that I post out to the world will also see the same experience in the whole conversation, the whole chat, and they'll hear it from my point of view as an owner of a company with a customer and with a customer in the way that you should be thinking as a customer. In what reality does it make sense when you control the button to charge and it has confirmations? Do you want to do this? You have to click it. You have to consciously decide to make that decision. In what reality as a business owner should you get your money back and we lose money if you make a decision and then change your mind within 5 minutes? What, just because you didn't use it for the next month or the next year at that plan, you should get a refund right now and it not be a credit? That doesn't make any sense to reality. The money is still yours. It's on a credit. You can have it in a year from now. You don't have to worry about it now. Worry about growing your business. Now, if you would have said, you know what, I just realized that I needed the $500 for marketing and I can't afford it right now, it would have got escalated and I would have made a decision and I would have refunded your money. Most likely without the $20 charged to me, because of the fact that you came at it from the approach of why you needed the help and why you realized that. Because I have empathy for that. I have empathy for people. I have empathy for users who are looking to try to make it, right? But when you end up acting a fool and you end up threatening the company and being rude to people inside intercom chat, you're not going to get your way. You are now going to have to deal with the bank doing it, and we're going to show them the evidence, and there's a chance you never get your money back. But because of how banks work, there's a 97% chance you will. Okay. And then you can decide if you want to continue being an REISift user or not. Because what I know for a fact is based off of the way that an individual interacts inside this support chat, when we get 75 to 100 messages a day through intercom chat, something like that. Okay. Every one of them positive, all shining bright star reviews. We have 100% satisfaction rating on intercom for the last I don't know, something like 4 months or 5 months, 100% satisfaction rating on intercom, which is our support chat. Okay, and you get one individual and they interact like this. I know, and I can give a trajectory for this person's success based off of just that interaction. Okay, and all of us need to keep in mind, me as a founder of a company interacting with thousands of users. Okay, I need to keep in mind my interactions and how I present myself and how we interact as a company to the customer, which is we have our the ways that we operate. They're available for anybody to see. And if there's anything that ever challenges those views, I do a video on it. That's how I handle the situation. Is it the right way? Is it the wrong way? I have no idea. It's the way that I understand how to handle it. Just like if I ever get a bad review in my real estate company, okay, if someone thinks that I ripped them off because I bought their house for $75,000 when it could be worth as is $175,000, what do? I make a video and I explain to them the situation that we closed cash, that I helped them through the situation, that we negotiated the price and they agreed to it and they thought it was fair until they found out how much I made from it. Right? Then they get greedy. Right? So I explain the situation. I explain all the underlying things, the things that they don't share because they're biased, the things that they don't share, like, oh, well, did you tell them that we allowed you to stay in the house for an extra 45 days? Did you tell them that we helped you move everything out of the property? Did you tell them that we had a realtor help you find a new home? Did you tell them all these other things? No, because it doesn't fit the narrative that they want the everyone to see. But I don't care about narratives. I care about facts. And that's that. And that's how we operate as a company. That's how I operate as an individual. And that's how we operate as a company. And so I wanted to do this video because I think it's really important to cover how, as business owners, we need to interact, and how, as customers, we need to interact. Okay. Understand that as a business owner that is a customer, you're interacting with a company that expects you to be such a business owner. Okay. As a customer, interacting with a company, you always present yourself as somebody who is looking to receive, right? When you're looking to receive, you do not act in such a way that's going to make the other person on the other side maybe not want to talk to you no more. Okay, when you're looking to do something, when you did the action and you're needing help, you be nice. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. If you do something wrong and you're looking for help, expecting never gets you the right thing. Asking and being respectful does. Okay? Losing your mind does not. Okay? You end up a case study. Okay? Don't become a statistic. All right? None of us want to be a statistic in our companies as human beings at all. And I don't know. I hate when I see an interaction where people obviously don't understand how things operate in business. So that's my spiel. It annoyed me that this cut out multiple times. Like, really annoyed me. So we're going to get the internet people out here again. Christina already messaged me saying they're going to call Cox and see what the hell is causing that. And I just hope that, these types of conversations, okay, they're not negative conversations. They're not meant to be negative conversations. They're meant to be conversations that we have as one business owner talking to our user base, to other business owners, that hopefully can take some insight from me on why we operate as a business in a certain way, but more importantly, how all of us can rethink in the way that we interact with other human beings. I choose to do it in such a way that whenever I'm interacting with people that I'm supposed to be the authority in, like in real estate, in sales and marketing, anybody who's a user, anybody who is inside my sphere, inside the REISift community and so on, I am the subject matter expert. I am the SME. Okay, so when I speak, okay, I expect people to listen. It's not a cocky thing. It is quite literally why you're paying us. So I expect you to listen. And if I see something that I know as being a business owner, number one, and a real estate investor, if I see that you're going in the wrong direction and your brain is not thinking properly because you're thinking about this over here instead of that over there, when this is what's going to make you money and that's a shiny object, I'm going to tell you that. And your feelings can get hurt about it, or it could not. I could care less either way, because I'm doing what I need to do as number one, a caring human being. Some people take it as me not caring and just being an asshole, when in all reality, it's me telling you, listen, if you want to succeed, stop fucking doing this and start doing this. It's that simple. If you want to succeed in business, the way you interact with people is really important. If I'm not the SME in it, I am not acting a fool. Okay, if I'm the SME in it, I'm going to put my fucking jacket on. I'm going to wear my cape and I'm going to fucking run it into the ground as hard as I can, because that's what people, I hope, expect from me. All right. So understand where your place is as the business owner, understand where your place is as the customer, and continue working towards your goals. And if you guys need anything from us, send us a message. Just don't be a jackwagon in the messages, because it can either be easy in support or you can make it a pain in the ass, just like anything else. Okay. And know that your actions you have control over. When there's a checkbox that says, I want to pay annual instead of monthly, and it has a checkbox that says, are you sure you want to do this? You will be charged immediately upon moving forward. What do you think? Do you think if you check the box and click continue, you should get a refund in 5 minutes from now when you realize you just paid annually? No. That's not a mistake. And if it is a mistake, you should learn from it, like many of us have to. How many hours should a business owner work per week? As many hours as it takes to accomplish the goal that you have on hand. It depends on where you're at in the business. You could be you could be just starting off. In that case, you got to be working like crazy, right? You could be where we're at in scale, and I'm focusing on trying to, be at the higher level of things. And I'm hiring a bunch of people right now. I think we're hiring like 5 more people right now. And we're really trying to segment out the roles and responsibilities in the company. You could grow a company where it's just a cash flowing company and you work 5 hours a week. Like my real estate company over the last few years, I might have worked 3 to 5 hours a week in it, if that, and it's produced me, multiple 6 figures in distributions a year. And I've been happy with that by doing like 20 hours, of work a year. So it just really depends on what kind of business. It depends on where you're at in the business. It depends on a lot of scenarios, right? But what's most important is that the things that you are doing in the business are focused, right? There is a clear goal in mind on what it is that you need to accomplish in a given day and week, no matter where you're at in business. Because as of right now, and this is why people feel like I'm being, jerk inside the mastermind community sometimes, as if it doesn't say mastermind community when you join it, where, if you know what a mastermind is, it's where you're honest about things and you work to grow together, right? Because I tell them, like, hey, you're not working hard enough. Some people just want to be called a CEO, and that's that. Like they're doing it because they want to make themselves feel like they've accomplished something in life, right? They close one deal and now they think that they're like, they launch a course or whatever it is, instead of saying, okay, I closed the deal. Let me do this like 15 more times, 20 more times. And they just grind. They're not in it for the game. They're in it for the recognition. Right. And I could care less about recognition. All I care about is growing the company and making as much impact as we can along the way. Like, yeah, at the very end, when I exit, that's going to be sick. I'm super ecstatic for that moment. But like, until we get to the point where we've impacted enough lives to where our product can be where we want it to be, then it's not the time yet. So hopefully that answered that question. Anyway, it's a long talk, long post. If you made it through this and you're just some random bipartisan, thanks for hanging out. If you don't know who we are, I'm the founder and CEO of REISift. We are a real estate investment marketing and sales product. We help real estate investors basically kick ass in their